line is just magnificent.
Well, that's what I was just talking about old lady at the beach here. I said, I've now got the legs of an athletic footballer.
And it just opens the terrain. I just love the way you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's do it, in fact.
And I did a casual bike ride. Nothing road like sort of heavy duty road riding, but just a few years ago casually.
Yeah. Well, I've never been a road cyclist. I think as a teenager I once got on a drop bar road bike, and I thought this was the most bizarre position to be riding in any human being could ever invent, and so I never got back on one, which meant that I never experienced the joys of road cycling. Did you get that email I sent you, my son's survey?
With your son's
Research survey?
I don't think so.
I sent you an email a couple of days after I met you. My 24-year-old son Simon's doing a B-Psych Hons degree, and he's in his research year, and he's doing a research project on teacher burnout. And so anyone who's a currently practicing teacher, casual or full-time, he's trying to get a sample of about 150 together, and he's sort of using the various techniques to get out into some of the school systems. You can't just go to a school principal, as you know. You've got to go through protocols. But part of the the ethics committee said it's okay to approach individual teachers, and so I sent you a brief intro with a link to his survey. No, I just said if you or any teacher that you might be working with that might be interested in doing a 15-minute, I mean, it's all for the cause, isn't it? Teacher burnout's a topical issue. Yeah, right.
When do I get that in? That's the standard of life. Probably just sort of teaching you the job.
Yeah, but if you tell them they're in the running for a $50 Coles voucher, they'll just jump to it.
Yeah, it is just
Yeah, his girlfriend's doing a master's in teaching, and she's both of them are in the teaching game. Thank you. So you got kids?
Yeah, I've got two. Still living at home, 22 and 19.
All right, not that far off my lot. I've got a 22-year-old daughter. She's at home. She's about to go to Europe for 6 months in 5 weeks, actually. I've got a 24-year-old boy who lives with his girlfriend in Fairlight, and a 29-year-old son, Muso, who lives in Newtown. So that's my brood.
So you're a city born and bred then?
Yeah, I'm a Sydney boy, western suburbs initially, and then got a visa and got accepted into the middle classes. Yeah, most of my working career, well, I've been in various things. I've been in government a fair bit. I ended up being a senior education policy advisor in the Ministry of Education, and then I went into academia for a while.
So they're in the direction side of education.
Yeah. Then I ended up getting really interested in public policy and government. Thank you. Cheers. And end up being a senior academic in the Australian Institute of Police Management, which has got a campus down on, not far from the quarantine station actually.
And
Well, it was not that I was particularly interested in the police side of things, but they were looking for a senior lecturer in public administration, and of course I just did a PhD in public administration, and so it was we were having our kids are very young, and the idea of being able to work, you know, live in Balgalla and work in Manly with the harbours, honestly it had appeal. I spent a lot of time with my kids,
Yeah.
so it was
Young kids, that's right.
what power setting do you ride on?
Well, I kind of got addicted to turbo, and I haven't done one as long as I think this one might be, so I'm back on mountain bike at the moment so I can conserve the energy. I could not mind but the bikes, just to make sure I can get back.
Oh, but you should have about at least 60-70k on that battery power.
I imagine I really haven't. I've got 5 bars, I've only ever used 2 at any particular time at the moment, so I'm really just feeling my way.
Have you established a ratio between kilometres and bars? An average?
No, I haven't done it.
Because I've got five bars and I average roughly 20. I can get it, if I went down the M7 cycleway, which is probably the longest cycleway around, I can get about 85 to 90, and that's not using boost very much.
So 80 to 90 k's on what's
If I just vary it between the first level and second level, and very sparing on the top level, then I can get about 85 to 90k. In the last couple of months, of course, this hip, I don't want to put too much pressure on it, so I'm using more power. So I'm probably getting about 60, 65. So on your bike, I would imagine you'd very easily get 75 to 85. Oh, what a lovely day. Hello.
And yeah, I just picked back again, so figure I can push them on the way out and then put it on turbo.
Yes. When you go on the way home is when you need it.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you look at that e-biker diary site? Oh, that's how we met. That's right.
That's when I first started looking. I was interested a couple of years ago. A friend of mine runs a motor shop and he had an e-bike in the I used to do accelerator and he said, jump on this one. And the simple back in, I thought, oh, I can see possibilities. And of course I started researching then the cost was a bit off-putting, so whether I could get some sort of a thing, kit and stick it on my bike.
Oh, that's a lot of stories that turned me off that. I had my mountain bikes quoted for $2,000 to have this add-on, and it really, I've seen some add-ons by pros like Sydney Electric Bikes, who probably the most experienced around, and they're not a pretty sight.
No, they're not really good thing. I don't know the power. I suppose nice for that ride. It's been stupid to ride a bike, but it's not very good ride. So this is what I thought. When I started looking at it, it seemed like there's nothing over $2,000 for half of it.